Hi, welcome. I'm Andrea, and today we're working with some brushes. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean my brushes that I use for a whole week, and I'll show you how it actually is the best way to brush them, not to brush them, to wash them, in my opinion. And also some different things that you can actually use that will help you get your brushes in nice condition, but clean and also not stripped, and get the whole gunk of whatever you have over there on them. So we're gonna go to the bathroom, of course, because we're gonna go in the bathroom, and I'll show you how to actually wash brushes in case you didn't know, or maybe you knew, but maybe you can pick up a thing or two that maybe you didn't know. So I'll see you in there. Hey guys, this is the setup that I usually do when I wash my brushes. So this is me. It's gonna be a little echoey because of course we're in the bathroom, so you know how that goes. Plus my ear is all stuffed up. So I'm gonna show you how I actually wash my brushes and what I actually use. So I've had this one for quite a while. It's from Fitglow Beauty. Actually came with both. I don't think they have it in stock anymore. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I'll put it down in the description box, and then I'll also link it if they still have it. But you can find any kind of this ones anywhere. TJ Maxx, normal places. Just search for makeup brush. I don't know, something, silicone, something. I can't remember. I'll put it down. So anyways, this is what I use. I've used it for a while. You can see the dents into my soap, lovely soap, but it does such a good job, and it really takes care of the brushes. So hopefully I'm not gonna disturb the view here, but I'm gonna try to do it easily. So my powder brush, I'm gonna start with that one because it's big. So you want to have kind of lukewarm water. It dissolves better. You make sure that when you get your brushes wet, whether you're washing them or whether you're rinsing them, don't get into the ferrule. I want to say ferrule, but I don't think it's called ferrule. Don't get into it too much. Definitely do not pass this line, because what it does, it makes your the glue that holds together the bristles come unattached. So your brush is going to start to shed, and you don't want that. The next thing I do is, after I wet it, I just swirl it onto the soap. Now the reason you want to use a soap that's specified for brushes is because otherwise it's going to dry your bristles, dry your brushes, and it can cause them to fall out. So don't use your hand soap for that unless you're like in a really big necessity. It's just gonna give your brushes more life. If you use something that's specifically for that, with some oils in there that actually conditions them, instead of using something that dries them out, it'll just make your brushes last longer. And if you're gonna spend good money on it, then I suggest you get the most of it that you can do. So then I like this one because it's really small. So I've had different ones and I kind of gave them away, but I kept this one because I like it. It's small and it's easy to use, and I just go like this with the bristles. If you need more water, put some more. If you need less, squeeze it out. So I'm gonna do a little more because I don't know if you can see. Can you see that in there? How yellow it is? Let me see. Yes, you can. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna do it again until it kind of rinses clear. You could work with more brushes at once if you wanna like get them wet, but for the purposes of demonstration and not being all chaotic, I'm just gonna do it one at a time. Take this out and put it away so it doesn't really consume. You could use your hand too. If you don't have one of these, for sure you can use a hand. And if I'm not really in a rush and I only have very little brushes to wash, I'll definitely go like this. Kind of does the same, but the other one is kind of more detailed. There we go, it's nice and white. I can see that. All right. And then I'm just gonna rinse it until it comes out with no soap. If you get some soap on your brush handle, just go with your hand instead of just putting it under the water. I know it's tempting to just go underwater with it, just get it done, but I'm telling you, it's gonna really make a difference. You can also use this for rinsing. All right, I think this is good. Yeah, no more soapiness. But then you just want to squeeze your bristles gently. Don't want to pull them out of there, but just give it a nice pressure. And then you're just gonna come, make sure you set your stuff first. So I'm gonna reach over, just set it on an angle. If you have a smaller, like a washcloth or smaller towel, you can just use a box of any kind and just go like that. You can stack them up as high as you want, or as little as you want. Just make sure that they're on an angle. That will really help your water come down instead of actually sipping into it, because once it's flat, it can go in there. So just a little thing. Then I'm gonna get my liquid foundation brush. It's from Vicky Beauty, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I might speed this up so you're not sitting here seeing me wash brushes. But yeah, this definitely makes a difference. Especially these, the flower really makes a difference when you have smaller brushes, because it really gets into the little hairs of it. Cleaning it really good. Now I know there's people that use, I actually use the Eco Tools, I believe it was, liquid soap, but man, I used so much out of it and it really didn't do that good of a job. I mean, it did a good job of it as soon as I put enough of it in there, but it just used it so quickly. I'm turning it a little cooler because it's getting warm, too warm for my brushes. You don't want hot water, that's for sure. I think it is. I like to feel with my hands because sometimes you just really can't tell if you don't feel with your hands to see if it's still soapy or not. There we go. Now these ones are a different story because they're double-headed, I don't know, however you say it. But I'm gonna work on one of them first and then the other, because I don't want the excess water to actually seep through and get into the places where I don't want it to go. I really like this brush because it's dual and it's so much faster. You just turn it and do whatever you need to do. I use this one for blush and the top one for bronzer or contour. There we go. I think this is good. I'm gonna kind of get the soapy part out. Make sure it's, yep, nice. Okay. Let's do this. You could get a little of your towel and just kind of dab it a bit, pressing it down, kind of get the excess out before you move on to the second thing. As much as possible, you have to keep it down just so it's not going in your glue part. Sometimes that's really kind of hard, but that's why we actually want to squeeze the water out as much as we can. Oops. There you go. One more time. And this flower, the tool has holes underneath. I'll show you after. And well, it has throughout. And what that helps with is draining the flower part and just having the soap rinse really, not rinse, but dry quickly, so it doesn't sit there in water, doesn't hold on to water. Now the way you want to lay these ones out is flat. Because they're double-headed, double-ended, you want to make sure they're flat and not like these or like this. Otherwise it will get into your glue part and it'll start to come apart. Probably it's not going to do it right away, but it's definitely going to do it with time. Now, if you have pencils like this, you definitely want to make sure you wash this part too, because that gets quite icky. So I just run it over the soap and I just go like this. And because this is silicone, it just molds to whatever shape you need it. So I just go in there. That's where actually the little bristles help really, because my hands wouldn't be able to do as good of a job, I don't think. I mean, I've done it, but from experience, I can tell you that it's definitely faster and easier to use these. I just go like this. This one you can just put it right away in your tube, makeup tool or whatever you're using, because it really doesn't need to dry. But just for the purposes of what we're here for now. And then I do use one of these. It's a clean mascara wand. And I do clean this one as well, because it does get mascara in there, as you're gonna see. Because I do use it to separate my lashes, and I definitely don't want to keep it in there for a long time with mascara on it. So any kind of mascara that you like to brush, just wash that off, clean it up, and use it to separate your lashes. It is so handy, really. All right, let's get some of this. You see that mess in there? Okay, I'll do it again. I rotate it so I can get all the sides. All right, I think that's good. Same with this one. This one really doesn't need much drying. It doesn't really hold on to water much. Then it's just so I can mention, my brushes are all synthetic. They are not, they're not real hair. So real hair, you're gonna definitely want even more caution with that. You wanna like really watch it, because real hair gets dry even faster. So, you know, just caution with that. Learn how to wash it with. I actually had some of them. I didn't really like them. It was a long time ago, like maybe 10 years ago, maybe more, yeah, more. I got a set from, I can't even remember the name of it. Make sure you turn the water down as your water starts to heat up, because you know it will. This I usually use for powder, setting powder. That's it actually, that's all I use it for. So it washes out really quickly. Okay, done with that. Washing brushes shouldn't be a chore really. It gets to be really fast if you know what to do and if you have the things handy. All right, let's get the other side because it's getting slimy. My concealer brush. This will have some stuff in there because it's liquid and it just sticks in there. One more time, just to make sure that it's good. Yep, nice and white. That's what you want. You want them to be white. You want to come out, the sides to come out white. That's when you know that your brushes are actually clean. So, this is it for these. Let's put it in there. And then this one, the liner brush, which also needs, of course, cleaning. And it's so tiny, and the bristles are so small that this really makes does a good job on it. One more time. Nice and clean. And I'll do this one too, although I don't think I used it, but I'll use it I'll wash it just in case I did, because it rotates. It doesn't hold on to it. I tried to MacGyver it and just glue it, but it didn't do it. It didn't work well. It looks like I did use it because it's quite like, because it's not holding right, it doesn't really do good. Okay, and it's coming out great. Anyways, so let's go with this side. Because it won't matter if I put it off now that it's broken already. And then let's do this side. Okay. Squeeze a bit. Doesn't really hold. And I'll do this flat as well. And that's just the brushes. And then for the next thing, what you want to do is just rinse your soap that you used. Make sure this is clean because you can gather a bunch of stuff from the brushes. Rinse it up. Drain it. These are the holes I was telling you. There's like 4 on the sides and then 1 in the middle. You just put your soap in there. I usually leave it down there just for extra drainage, and then I come back whenever I get to it, and I just you know, put it away, whatever it is that I store it, and that's it, guys. This is just, it's really fast and easy. You don't have to really be scared of washing your brushes or be afraid that it's just not doing a good job. These are the things. I'll come back and I'll talk with you about these things in a little bit. Brushes will definitely make or break your makeup, makeup application and longevity. Also, makeup can give you acne. So if you're acne prone, you definitely want to wash your brushes once a week. I know there's like variations. Sometimes people say every 2 weeks, sometimes people say every time you use them, or I don't know, every 2-3 days, but it depends on who you're listening to. I have found out that with acne prone skin, once a week is definitely enough to not give me breakouts or anything like that. You do you. But I'm telling you that that's what works for me, so I hope it works for you too. I think every day is overkill. If you do have a sponge, however, I would suggest that you use it, you wash it every time that you use it, because that one is moistened, and so bacteria can grow on it with water. So, you know, if you do that, then definitely wash it every time that you use it. But if you're just talking about brushes are good for each week. So at the end of the week, start them. It's easier to just start them on Monday and then wash them on Sunday. I don't know how active you are with makeup or not, but even if you just use them once, I wouldn't wait, you know, like the next week on Monday again to use the same brush, because even though you haven't used it many times, it's still sitting there on your brush and gathering some dust and, you know, kind of harboring bacteria and stuff because of the face and the whatever we have on the face, whether it's skincare or sunscreen, or like you touch like the eyes once, you will touch like little stuff from the eyes or your mouth or your nose or all that. So it's just caution to just wash it once a week. Now, what you want to use, it's up to you, but I did find out that the bar of soaps actually work the best. It's the most economical too. And then if you have a silicone little thingy, that will just really ease it up. If you don't have it, just use your hand as it and then just rub it on your hand, and that will do it too. But definitely the silicone ones usually do a better job. So, but yeah, I think we touched on anything and everything. If you have any questions, put them down below and I will be happy to answer to them. If not, then I will see you guys next time. Up until then, you guys take care. Bye.